Well, happy football season.
Yeah, it's about to start.
Who's the first game on at 10 o'clock?
Actually, you know what? I didn't look.
Huh.
Just gonna watch whatever they threw up there.
Me either. It's a beautiful day.
It is.
Sitting inside all day.
Yeah, lots of sunshine. Frank, you can go build a wall today.
Yeah, build a wall today.
It's going to be
Hopefully
a
too.
beautiful wall.
Are you trying to build up your portfolio to hopefully get hired by Trump?
Yeah, on my wall.
Yeah.
Easy.
Build
We got
a wall.
the off-the-wall hat on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, it's just segueing right through it.
Your destiny's being written right now. Next year you're gonna be working down in fucking Border.
Oh jeez.
Humpty Dumpty. You know?
I didn't like the heat this summer. I don't think I'd like it down there.
Well, so the Seahawks play the Broncos today. First game of the season down in Denver.
Good.
Good, yeah. Here's the surprise though. Denver is 3-point favorites.
Mm.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, they are the home team.
They are the home team. But
Do they still have Elway?
as their general manager.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, no doubt.
President or whatever fuck CEO kind of role he plays down there. But I don't even know who their starting quarterback is, honestly.
Well, I'm about to download an app. Which one should it be? Fantasy football? No. Watch NFL Network.
Who the hell is
NFL
Denver's
Schedule and Games app.
quarterback? Yeah.
Yeah, who's Denver's quarterback? Have to get that one. And that's the thing I think about when I think about point spreads and whatnot, right? It's like, who's the quarterback? That's the first question. And then, who's he handing it to? And then, what's their defense like? You know, well, I don't know about the Broncos, but we got Russell Wilson, and that's all we need,
Really?
right? Yeah,
I
that's
guess.
all we need.
Some defense,
Who did we
maybe.
have last year?
Russell Wilson.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was really important.
No, what is it? Offensive. What is it? It's not offensive line. It's offensive defense.
But the last time the Seahawks played the Broncos, and the Broncos were 3-point favorites, and that was in the Super Bowl, and we beat them like 58-7 or some shit like that. So,
Anything.
I could have the Eagles as a suggested team. I don't know what that's supposed to be.
but it'll be interesting to see. I think the Seahawks are just going to straight up win this game. You know?
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't think Denver has enough experience.
Let's see who Denver has. Let me see.
And I think that the reason why Denver's 3-point favorites is because everybody's just assuming that Seattle's going through a big overhaul and rebuild stage, and that they're not going to be able to contend with a team like Denver. Well, I think that's bullshit,
Okay.
because I think if anybody can do it, it's one of the... Pete Carroll could probably pull that shit off with some young players. You know?
And he's done it before.
He's done it before. And you got Russell Wilson at the helm, and a new offensive coordinator who could probably not fucking make bonehead calls from here on out.
So how many players
Keenum.
are new to the team?
Oh, fucking like 75% of the roster.
So we'll be like a college team against a pro team.
Case Keenum?
Yeah. Keith
Oh,
Keenum,
okay.
that's what
He's
they're
not
showing.
bad.
Who?
Case Keenum. He was the Vikings quarterback
That's-
last
yeah,
year.
that's what it looks like.
He's the Denver quarterback this year. That should be interesting.
Yeah.
I think even though we're losing one of our linebackers, we're still going to stop that run. Royce Freeman. We're going to see what Royce Freeman can do against the Seattle run defense. But as far as the season goes, I want to know what you guys think as far as their record is going to be.
How many games are there?
16.
Uh,
So the most popular people have been picking is 8 and 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That's what
come
I was
on.
gonna say.
That's like
I'm gonna say
8 and 8. That's
I'm gonna
That's
say
easy.
yeah.
4 and 12.
4 and 12.
Mhm, yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
thinking
Is
they're
that
gonna have a
desolate?
tough. It's gonna be a rebuilding year.
Rebuild. It is a
I
rebuilding
go
year.
6 and 10.
6 and 10.
I know that's weak, right? I mean, I should be like,
yeah,
dude,
it's
dude,
real.
Okay, let's
It's
see.
real.
Is Wilson gonna be able to play the whole season?
Yeah,
You think so?
I think so. Pending a leg going completely backwards.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking.
No, it's not going to happen.
prediction. Oh my God.
I think Wilson's going to be a little more
It's like
careful
that
this
UFC
year.
fighter
That's
last
like-
night who just got booted in the
That's
face.
like a real Seahawks fan. Like, you know, we're like, dude, yeah. 8-8, 6-6, 4.
4-12.
4-12. He's gonna break his leg.
I'm rooting for my record.
Yes.
Rooting for my record.
Oh.
They're gonna win the first 3 games. Like, okay, one more win and that's it.
So
One
can
more
you make
win.
it through the season? That's the question.
Yeah. Well, he's made it through every season so far.
Yeah.
Remember,
And
he got tough.
Is Carroll gonna be back next year? If they go 4-12,
Yes.
I bet they get rid of him.
No, not at all. He's got a contract
Oh,
for
does he?
3 more years.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
He'll at least fulfill that for sure.
Go back to USC.
Look
Who
how
knows?
much I know.
Who knows?
Look how much I
There you
know.
go.
Yeah, he's smart, huh?
Do you know about that book they wrote too? Shit. Yeah.
Well, no, I didn't. But
Yeah, it's a good book.
I knew he faced some controversy in USC, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Was it? I forget what the thing was.
Giving players special benefits and money and stuff.
Oh, nice.
Really?
That's a good idea.
Mhm.
Don't they all do that?
They kind of do, yeah. But some of them get caught.
Well,
It's okay.
Just because everybody's speeding on the freeway doesn't mean you shouldn't get a ticket.
Yeah.
Just happened to be the last guy in the line.
All right, I'm gonna go 7-9. 7-9. I'm gonna be the optimistic one.
That's
I
good.
say 7-9 for the Seahawks. I think that they will have to face injury. They do have a young team, but at the same time, like I said, when you got Russell Wilson as your quarterback, you can get creative and do more things than most teams can.
Not for long.
Yeah, not for long. Not until those legs fold in half.
Crack!
Jesus Christ. He's smart, man. He ain't gonna take a hit. Watch.
Shit.
Unless it's
Smart. He runs
the
out
only
of
time he
pocket all
takes
the
a hit is within the 5-yard line, from the end zone to the 5-yard line. That's the only time he'll take a hit.
I think he's gonna be hit like after a play, like somebody's gonna sucker punch him.
Oh, like a late hit?
Or yeah,
Oh, like
like roughing the passer or something.
like maybe he throws an interception and he's just casually jogging down the field and then
BAM!
BAM!
Yeah, those are my favorite too. It's like they're like free game, man.
We should have been trying to make the tackle. I
Yeah,
was
that's what happens, man.
jogging down the
Didn't hear the
field.
whistle.
I was jogging to the sideline.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting Seahawks season, I think.
Okay, so what's our prediction for the game today? You said Denver's favored by 3.
Yes.
I'm gonna give them 10.
10?
Well, you know, I'd like to read through these stats, but
Here's the thing about Denver, okay? They're a team that doesn't have an identity yet. And they're still experimenting and finding out what they're capable of. While Seattle, I'm thinking, is they're pretty sure they know what they're capable of. I think it's going to be a back and forth game, but I think in the end, in the fourth quarter, that's when you're going to start seeing the Seahawks pull away from the Broncos.
okay.
And the Broncos are going to get desperate at the end of the game, and Keenan's going to throw a pick. 10 yards short of the end zone.
Wow, that's
I can
pretty
do that.
specific.
Yeah, we'll see.
Thinking,
Oh.
14-14.
You know who I think gets the most yards today?
Who's that?
Our new kicker.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, how many punts do you think he'll do today? How about that for
Oh,
prediction?
yeah.
6
I
Ooh.
was thinking about that, too.
6 punts.
I'm gonna say 8.
8.
At total or just for our team?
Goes
Just for
with
the
the-
Seahawks.
Goes with the theme, yeah.
Is that overall both teams or just
No,
No,
just
no.
our punter. We
Our
got a
punter.
6
What's his
punter.
name?
I don't know.
See? I mean, everybody's talking about him.
All I
Somebody was
care about is
saying
how he kicks the
somebody was
ball.
talking shit about him on Facebook the other day.
John Ryan's replacement. That's what I know his name as.
They're talking shit about him? Talking good shit about
I
him.
don't know. They said, "Oh, did we get another kicker or something?" I forget what they were saying. It was a preseason game. I was like, "Oh, okay."
No, our punter is fucking badass.
Oh, the punter's
yeah,
badass.
the
We're talking
punter's
about
badass.
okay,
The
not,
new guy. He's a rookie.
not the field goal kicker.
Oh, and here's the thing: they're playing at Mile High Stadium, which apparently has like air things. Like the air's thin,
It is.
so when things go into the air, they travel more. So there's a chance he could have a 70-yard punt today.
That's a good
Basically,
idea.
punting from his own end zone.
The last time they met, Seahawks lost by 2. That was in August of 2015. That was the last time they met.
I don't know. They met in the Super Bowl 4 years ago.
This was that nice meeting.
Was it? Where was it at?
Seahawks.
In Seattle?
Mm-hmm.
It does happen,
It's
right?
usually that way. Bottom one is the home team.
Yeah. Huh.
So our offense is about ranked the same. Their defense is number 3, and we're in 11. Their passing is lower than ours. Their rushing is a lot.
Well, they say home field advantage gives you 3 points. So essentially what they're saying is that the two teams are pretty equal, but that one's at home. So if it was in Seattle, Seattle would be 3-point favorites, essentially.
How many sacks is Wilson going to endure?
I think the offensive line is way better this year than it was last couple of years. I say they give up 2, maybe 3, just because they do have a good pass rush.
A lot better protection this year.
A lot better protection.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
How's our running backs?
We got Chris Carson. He's a big downhill runner.
How like that?
He's good. He'll take a majority of the snaps, I think. Got a couple backups that are pretty athletic, but they're smaller, more speedier kind of guys. Guys you throw little screen passes to, you know. I think that's one of the things that Seattle's going to do to compensate for the pressures. Have a lot of dump-off passes.
Speed up the middle.
Yeah. Let them come up the
Yeah.
rush and then just dump it off.
Screen plants.
Yeah.
What about who's replacing Sherman? We didn't have Sherman last
yeah,
year?
Shaquem Griffin, the cornerback.
Pretty athletic.
Very athletic. His brother is the one that doesn't have the fucking fist.
Oh, right.
So, and he's playing linebacker. He's starting linebacker today
Nice.
as a rookie because KJ Wright had knee surgery. So it's pretty cool that 2 brothers get to start together
Yeah, no doubt.
on the defense. I think you're going to see him come out super high energy, and hopefully they can make a couple stops early in the game.
Yeah, I think it's pretty interesting. I heard an article about the guy without the arm, or the stump arm, or whatever.
He doesn't have a fist. That's what I say.
Well, you know, it's like one of the guys was saying on the news. It's like they don't give a damn if you have an arm or not. If you can do the job, you've got the job. You know, you can be
Yes,
this and that and the other thing.
but I do honestly think Seattle took him in the 5th round of the draft. I do honestly think if Seattle wouldn't have drafted him, he may not have got drafted by anybody because of not having a fist.
That, and maybe it's because he has his brother on the team too. That kind of shows that he's got some work ethic.
For sure.
You know, shows that he's integrity.
Yep.
Has integrity. Yeah. What do you think, Frank?
I just walked into this, so he can't make a fist? He doesn't have a fist?
Okay, if you don't have a fist, you can't make a fist. So it's just
Oh, he doesn't have a hand?
Right.
yeah, correct.
And he's playing football?
Yeah. He's a defense, though. Interesting.
I wouldn't be surprised if you got to force the fumble with the, you know how some players punch it, the
How
ones
many,
that do have fists?
how many holding calls do you think he'll face?
None.
I bet half.
You can't hold with one hand.
No, I bet he gets half as many as the rest of the
No.
team. Oh, snap.
Good job.
I
Yeah,
went
that's
there,
good.
sorry. Yeah.
So what do you think about that Sports Illustrated?
Too soon?
Did you read that Sports Illustrated article by chance?
No.
About the Seahawks fractured locker room after the Super Bowl loss?
Oh, yeah. I did read that.
I thought that was pretty
Didn't say
interesting.
much, though.
Didn't say much, and to a lot of Seahawks fans, I think it's not as much of a surprise. But one thing I do want to discuss from that article was something that happened, and it came out as it happened, was during practice, Richard Sherman picked off Russell Wilson and said, "You fucking suck," to Wilson. And he meant it. And Wilson did not agree with it, and there was a scuffle. Okay? So my thing is that all these fans are pissed off at Richard Sherman for going to the Niners, this and that, this and that. So after that locker room fracture, whatever you want to call it, people are all hating on Sherman, while I'm like, man, this is exciting. He's going to go to the Niners in the same division, and he's going to have a chance to pick off Russell Wilson in an actual game, not in practice.
Oh, I bet he's the one that takes him out. That sucker puts him. What game do we play him at? When do
We
we
play him twice. I
I
don't
know,
know.
but when are we gonna play him?
It's going to be an event, man. It's going to be a massive. As long as he's healthy, Sherman's healthy.
I know, but when do we?
I don't know. Take a look at the schedule.
I'll have to see.
Yeah, I mean, what?
But how
I
awesome
guess
would
he
that
recovered
be?
from that injury. I thought that was.
Yeah, he's looking good so far, but you know, it's just a matter of whether or not it holds up until we play each other again, you know. But I think Sherman picking off Wilson in an actual game would be awesome, especially if you ran him over the ball and handed it to him. You know, that'd be cool.
I mean, I understand team
Dropped on his
loyalty, but
face.
it's football. It's professional. I mean,
Exactly. It's a sport. It's a game. It's an activity. It's about business.
yep.
Not
And-
until week 13, so that's not gonna. That's not gonna happen. 'Cause I'm predicting that he gets his leg.
Okay, so
broken.
when is Wilson gonna get his leg broken?
That's
When
what
is
I'm
Sherman
predicting.
gonna get his broken?
No, Wilson's gonna get broken against the Cowboys in week 3.
Really?
No.
Wow.
Mhm. It's gonna be at home too. He's gonna be crying in front of his family. So.
Oh no. Rihanna!
Is that her name?
Wait, is he dating Rihanna? I think that's who he's dating. Sierra! He's dating Sierra. Sierra!
See, it's funny, he knows all this drama, but I know that Paul Allen, the owner of the team, just donated $100,000 to the Republican Party.
Oh.
That's pretty interesting, huh?
Stinger.
Yeah, it's like a lot. For, even rich people. That's
We should get 100,000 people to put up $1 for the Democratic Party just to balance that shit out.
Well, they're all wearing Nikes today. Do you think there's
Oh.
any player that's not going to wear Nikes in protest? Or maybe just put a black stripe over the swoosh? That would be pretty good.
That would be cool.
That'd be like a non-violent protest.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're allowed to
Black
alter your
string.
uniform.
You're not. You're
Yeah,
not.
they're
You
pretty
get
strict about that. But I don't know if
Actually,
you're allowed
you
to
can
take
get
a knee
ejected.
either.
You can get ejected for that.
Yeah.
Like if they warn you to go fucking change your gear right, and you don't do it, and you come back on the field, they're like, Psst, you're out of here, bro. Which is crazy. Because imagine if that wasn't the case. Then people would be fucking wearing all kinds of shit.
Yeah,
Which actually might be pretty legit.
yeah. Well, I think they should do that in baseball. Because you don't really need to see what team you're on.
Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
could have theme nights. So it could be like Star Trek against Star Wars. So all the Star Trek players, they
Yeah,
suck
I like
because the
that.
Star Wars, they get to use the what's that thing called? The
Lightsaber?
lightsaber to bat with.
I don't think that's gonna actually work very well.
That'd be awesome,
When she
Dress
hits the
up like-
force, and she's like, I'm gonna put that home run. There goes the ball.
But I will say this.
Oh man,
About,
it's a great weekend.
Yeah, what time is it?
Time for football, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
5
is.
minutes.
All right.
Got some more bacon and biscuits to eat.
Well, let's see what happens.
All right. Well, until next week.
Yeah, well,
Okay, what did we predict today? What was the score? They're going to lose by 10.
I think Seattle's going to win by 3.
And I went by 14-14.
Wilson's getting sacked. What did you say?
2 to 3 times.
I thought 5 times.
You thought 5 times.
Yeah,
That was-
and he's going to punt it.
You said 8 times? I
8
said 6 times.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
All right. We'll have a follow-up next week on who was right.
And Case Keenum's going to throw an interception on the 10-yard line in the 4th quarter.
I think that's going to be in Dallas. Well, the wrong quarterback.